Good morning, friends. It is Sunday, April the 5th, and I didn't film anything after breakfast yesterday for the vlog, so I thought I would just talk to y'all while I was getting ready this morning. So I kind of cracked yesterday. This is the second time during this quarantine that I kind of lost my mind. Something little set me off, and I just want to let you know that if you are being like set off by little things, you're not alone. Like, it's happening to us all. And I don't have any like major reason to be, and by major reason I mean like no one that I know in my family has the virus, and no one is in a hospital that I can't go visit, and we don't have to go to the doctor right now and can't get in. You know, those are pretty major things. So none of that is happening, but still, I cracked up yesterday, and I feel slightly justified because I what it was like chores that were not getting done that I have been asked for them to do repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, and I kind of lost my mind over it. But my response to it was a lot worse than the crime, you know what I mean? I could look back on it now and be like, wow, Leila, you went way, way beyond. Even though I had a right to say what I had to say, it needed to be said, I went like over the bridge and down into the river and up the mountain on the other side. Like, I flipped out. And let me finish blending in my foundation. So I'm slightly embarrassed, and I know there's people out there who will try to make you think they have it all together, and they're like, I'm so dignified. All right, sorry about that. Husband came in to get dressed. So yeah, people will tell you, or you might be watching, if you're like me, you love your YouTube, and so you might be watching people who are like, you must remain dignified at all times. Look at me, I'm Miss Perfect. Yeah, don't believe that crap. I mean, if you believe that crap, you're gonna wind up in a mental institution, because that's not true. It's just not true. Everybody falls apart. These are uncharted territories. Even if you're 90 something years old or 100 something years old and you survived the flu pandemic, you may have an inkling, or more than an inkling, of what to do to survive this. But these are different times. These are far different times. First of all, no one is growing their food anymore. No one is living off the land. Everyone is, not everyone, a lot of people are living in McMansions they can't afford. They have it's two-income families. Nobody's at home raising the kids. They don't know how to grow their own food. They don't have a dairy cow. Like, I'm included in part of this, so I'm not like bashing anybody. Trust me. We don't have chickens. We're not self-sustained. There are a few of us who are, and so I would encourage you right now to watch some of these homesteading channels. Just look up keyword homesteading on YouTube, and you'll find tons of people who you can start to get inspiration from. Because if you're living in a very expensive apartment right now and you can't pay the rent because you got laid off and there's no money coming in, you're justifiably anxious. If you have an underlying health condition and you have no insurance because you got laid off and your insurance is through your employer, you're justifiably anxious. I mean, we have to be careful right now, not only with our bodies, because if we get sick or we get into an accident or something, we might not be able to get to the hospital. And if we get to the hospital, we might not be admitted. So who do you know in your community who's like a natural healer? Who do you know who knows the old ways? Do you have any books from your grandma or your grandpa or your uncle Fred or whatever that you can start reading? And you may have to put it into practice. These are things we need to start thinking about, because it reminds me, this reminds me slightly of when we had Hurricane Harvey here, and me and my family chose to stay here. Number one, because we had 4 animals and we only had 1 dog kennel, and there was no way we could have, where would we have gone with 4 animals? And that was first of all. Second of all, Hurricane Harvey was not supposed to be it was not supposed to hit at a level 4, which it did. So we chose to stay, and because we chose to stay, after I was attacked by the dogs, and I had to take the Hurricane Harvey videos down because they were getting a lot of negative comments. One lady even went so far as to say that that me getting bit by the boxer was a quote-unquote gentle reminder that maybe next time I need to leave, to evacuate. You cannot make judgments on people when you don't know their lives. So anyway, I have no doubt that she just doesn't know what she didn't know what she was talking about. And you know, people like that who want to make judgments on you and they don't even know you, there's something wrong with them. But anyway, I learned when that happened that there were no emergency services available. Like, I didn't have to call an ambulance, thank God. I called God, literally. And I have several stories, faith stories, that would encourage you if you want to hear them. But I called God, and within seconds, 2 people came to my rescue. And I'm not saying that if you call on God and he doesn't come to your rescue, that like he's not real or whatever. I'm just saying my personal experience. I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and tell the story. So it was after Hurricane Harvey. We had no electricity in the house. We were all in the house. It was hot outside. So I got fed up and I went for a walk. And we've been for walks in our neighborhood before, and I've never had a problem with stray dogs or anything like that. And I didn't take a stick with me. I didn't take my cell phone. I just took off. Like, I'm going for a walk. See y'all later. Not thinking anything of my safety, honestly. There's a humongous house on one of the corners, and they have 3 boxers, which I don't think boxers are like known to be vicious dogs. So I was just walking, and I didn't even know that these people had dogs. I do now, but I didn't then. And these people evacuated during Hurricane Harvey and left their dogs. I don't know if they just let them out of their kennel, but anyway, I was walking, and all of a sudden I see these 3 dogs behind me. and they're boxers and they have collars on, and I'm like, oh, hi. And then I realized, like, something's not right. Like, I didn't even hear them. Like, they weren't barking at me. They just all of a sudden were behind me. And so I didn't even know. Like, and later I realized that that's a stalking behavior of predators. I was in trouble. I was in big trouble. I didn't realize how big a trouble I was in. And they started to get aggressive, and I didn't make any sudden moves because it was 3 against 1, boxers, mind you, and which they're very muscly dogs. So I didn't make any sudden moves, but I was wearing like a rain jacket, and it wasn't cold. I don't know why I put the rain jacket on, but I did. And I removed that very slowly. I was wearing like a tire shoe. I just have to show it to you for you to understand. It's like a river shoe, looked like it's made out of tires. Anyway, I was wearing those. I took that off very slowly, and I kind of started backing away, and they started to get aggressive. And so I ended up, like, I was trying to swat them with the jacket and my shoe because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have a weapon. And one of them nipped me on my calf, and I have pictures, and it was a pretty hard nip, but it could have been much worse. They could have mauled me. So I was like, God, you have to help me right now. I was alone. And then all of a sudden this car like pulled up, and they yelled, get in, and I got in, and I told them what happened. Then I burst out in tears. And it was a mom and a son. They were just driving around after the hurricane, just, looking, I guess, in astonishment and wonder about, all the destruction and just seeing what was going on. And the mom was like, they were like, oh, look, she's playing with the dogs. And the mom who was driving was like, my son said, she's not playing with the dogs. Drive over there. And they were just out randomly. And she was like, my son's not like that. He doesn't normally he's very shy and reserved. So God sent them. I know he did. And then, within seconds, my husband pulled up because he just pulled up. And so I did not want to get out of their car. My husband wanted me to get in his car because he didn't know the people. And I did not want to get out of the car with those dogs. So they drove me home. But within seconds after I cried out to God, 2 people showed up. But the only emergency service I had was God. That's it. So we're kind of experiencing that now, but on a bigger scale. People are discovering that there's no emergency services. And what emergency services there are being used for super emergencies, like horrible car accidents and stuff like that. Although I'm sure they are policing. I don't know, because I'm not out driving around. But I'm staying at home and then leaving only when necessary. So I'm going to put on waterproof mascara today because today is church day. And I'm looking to see what time it is. And I have a feeling I'm gonna burst into tears because I tell you what, I'm embarrassed about my reaction yesterday. I feel like I'm old enough to know better, but yet my mind got the better of me and I couldn't hold it together. And it's happened to me twice now. I need to pray about that. I need to talk to God about that. I need to figure out what went wrong and rely on Him more, I think. I'm relying on myself too much and my schedule, and I can't put my faith in myself right now. I mean, I shouldn't put my faith in myself at all, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm a stupid human. I'm created out of dirt. I'm made out of clay, you know? Dirt. And with the breath of God in me. So, I just wanted to get on here and tell you not to listen to people who try to make you think that they have it all together, because I guarantee you they don't when they turn the camera off. Nobody does. Not during this time. It's like I said before, we haven't gone through anything like this, and it's scary. And there are two scary things in this world. The first one is a hungry animal, and the second one is a scared animal. And right now we're scared animals. So you just gotta put your faith where it belongs, and your faith does not belong in yourself right now. So I'm gonna finish getting ready and then go back and light some candles so we can have church. So we're about to have church. So we lit the candles. We have our communion bread and our juice. And then this is still the same setup. I'm thinking about changing it around for Holy Week, but for now this is the setup. Candle right there. So there's Kate.
Hi.
Say hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
And there's Preston and Mark. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry to put his head on without
Say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Say hi, Preston.
Hi, Preston.
So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. I bought these wooden beads at the Dollar Tree. You may have seen that Dollar Tree haul. I'll link it above. And they look like this. They're brightly colored, which is fine, but I want to paint them. I want white beads. And I also bought this. I've had this for a while. I'm not sure where I got it because I've had it for years, literally. But if you recognize that brand, it may be Walmart, it may be Dollar Tree, but I'm going to paint a cross on it, and it's very lightweight, so I can hang it up with a command hook above our computer for right now during Holy Week. So that is what I am working on right now. Church was good. It felt shorter than normal, but we could just be getting used to it. So anyway, that is what we're doing right now.
You can do.
Are you being camera shy? in case you guys didn't know, pineapple has a certain enzyme in it. I think it's called bromelain that is kind of like, it can help break down, well, it's good for you. Like if you eat it with raw vegetables, it can help break down raw vegetables. But also what we use it for is I will put the scraps in something and then cover it with water, and then you have to put it in the refrigerator. It's very important because it will, if you don't, it will go like moldy and sour on you. But after a couple days, you'll have this water that's full of this pineapple enzyme, and you can soak your feet in it. And so it will help get rid of dead skin. I'm sure there's other health benefits. You can look it up. We mainly use it just to help exfoliate the dead skin. So anyway, that's just a little tip from me to you. So we're going to open up these bananas and see what they look like. So I've been getting bananas, and they have been like separating, like where they're all joined together. They've been separating all at once. Like I'll try to pick up a banana and all the bananas will come off the stem. So I had to put these in the refrigerator. So not sure what they're gonna look like. Preston, you want to come taste it and tell me what you think?
Sure. What is it?
Is it fermented?
It tastes just like an old banana.
An old banana. So this one, you can see the I guess the wrapper got the foil part, like the foil, like it came off on that one you just saw, but this one, it stayed on the top of it. So that banana looks just fine. Of course, you do the smell test. It smells fine. That one looks fine too. So, hubby made dinner tonight. What'd you make?
I made a play off of beef stroganoff, but we used pork. And I used egg, noodles, onions, beef base, flour, water, little sour cream we had left. I finished it.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome, darling.
So, we're... Apparently Mama Sandy is cleaning baby Cora. So we're gonna eat, watch a little TV. We've been eating on the table, but I am working on a couple projects. One of them is painting those beads white like I showed you, and of course it's taking more than one coat, so yeah, I didn't want to move all this, so I'll talk to you later. Kiddos are finishing up the dishes. Thank you, kiddos.
You're welcome, Mom.
And this is our banana bread we might have with our tea tonight, or we might save it for breakfast tomorrow. Whatevs. So, I just wanted to close the vlog and tell you guys good night, right?
Right. Good night.
Have anything to say?
Subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Give her a thumbs up. I didn't do anything.
A happy Palm Sunday, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. So, like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and yeah, I'll talk to you in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you on the flip side.
What's the flip side?
I don't know.